a clear testimony to your institution's commitment to driving this transformative agenda. Petition of RPL. We did say we are on board as KBC. We have yourselves, and so I am glad that we are able to really stand behind her to realize the vision of the TVET.
We are here to commence a week-long training where our TVET trainers are going to get real exposition and to be taken through what it means to be an RPL practitioner. So that as a country we're saying we want to be ready to see that as we nationally roll out recognition of prior learning, we are doing that within the confines, within the criteria, within the procedures that have been provided in the national recognition of prior learning policy. We are doing this in recognition of the journey that we have walked as a country, and very grateful to the government because it has been very consistent in realization of the reforms that would lead to actual skilling and identification of competencies and knowledge and certification of individuals who demonstrate that they have a skill. We're saying that we've had graduates who have been looking for opportunities to work in the industries, but there has been a gap, there has been a mismatch in terms of what is required by the employer and what our young people are being equipped. And so this is one of the reforms that the government has embraced to ensure that there's relevance, there's a breadth of relevance and currency in terms of what our trainees are being equipped with. From the State Department for TVET, we have an arm that is spearheading this, that we're calling the RPL Delivery Unit, that is working very closely with the Kenya National Qualifications Authority and also with the rest of the players that have a critical role in implementation of recognition of prior learning. And again, this is to ensure that the target that has been envisaged is actually realized. We are, for instance, looking at moving from 400 RPL practitioners that we have currently to over 7,000 before the end of the year.
We have more than 31 colleges, and in this particular training, we have our institutions already joining for the training, purposely to implement the government's agenda on the TVET training. And indeed, really, today we want to also be grateful to the government because we are serving under a listening government, particularly when it comes to the education sector and the State Department of TVET. We as institutions that are mandated to provide skilling to the youths of our country, we are actually at a time when there is a lot of transformational change in terms of training to the youth. And beyond that one, beyond the modularized curriculum, which is now starting in the month of May, where we are already admitting trainees to our institutions, the South Rift region is really attracting good numbers into our institutions. And really, we want to urge the public to continue releasing those who've completed their training in the secondary education so that they can be able to join our TVET institutions.